a shot across the bow of China that if China does not roll out Federal Reserve demands quick, pandemic, terrorism, the Illuminati will do, and distraction from the bank stress test results.
Sounds reasonable to me. I think it could turn out that way. Look, even if they open their domestic markets, it's a misnomer. I mean, you go in there and you sell a widget for $1 and the Chinese are selling them for 25 cents. Come on. They can't compete. It's laughable. The only solution is trade tariffs in the United States against goods and services coming into the United States of America. This is the only thing that's going to work. The transnationals don't want that because then they can't bring about world government and obscene profits.
Question, these jewelry and gold buyers that are blanking the country.
30 cents on the dollar.
Do you think that they are working for the government because, A, they are such a ripoff, 2, they're getting gold even in small amounts out of the hands of the people who will need it desperately someday, C, even if they can harvest a few tons, it can aid their gold price suppression scheme?
Well, I don't think that the government's involved in that. I have no reason to think that they are. So, but I had a question today from someone, shall I sell my jewelry? And I said, no. You get 30 cents on the dollar, and if the price of gold is going to go up, why don't you hold on? Maybe you'll get more at $3,000 or $4,000 an ounce. So I wouldn't sell to these people. I mean, sell to them at $6,000 or $8,000 an ounce if they're still interested.
Yeah, why would anybody sell their jewelry? I know I've talked to someone who's, if you have broken jewelry and stuff, you're right, Bob, if gold's going to go up, hold it. And I don't think usually you get enough on your jewelry unless you have a whole lot more than I do to where it would be worth trading, getting that cash and buying, regular gold coins. I mean, if you want to trade yourself out, but I don't think most people have enough gold in their jewelry to really amount to much.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. So I would hold on to it. It's going to be worth more later. You know the stories about Europe and people getting out of Germany and Austria and Poland and ahead of the Nazi onslaught. And they did that with gold and silver coins and jewelry and diamonds or, anything that was of value, saved their lives.
You mentioned earlier in the beginning of the program about the GDP, and this question relates to that a little bit. According to the BBC, the U.S. GDP contracted an annualized rate of 6.1% during the quarter, little improvement on the 6.3%. Exports fell by 30%, and the Commerce Department said as the global recession hit worldwide spending, analysts had predicted the economy. They were wrong, as you had mentioned. The question is, how long can they play this game with the market?
I don't know, and I don't think anybody else does. And my answer is, who cares? Who cares? Because you don't have any other place to go. You do not have any other place to go. So think about it. That's the end of that.
So many people just look to this day-to-day trading with gold and the gold prices. They focus on that, and we do mention the gold prices on a day-to-day basis, but folks, it's a lot longer than day-to-day, and things haven't changed. They just continue to erode, and there's so many things that are going on, and so many distractions that it's unless you do listen to what's going on programs like this, you certainly can, fall into a different area and get caught up in everything and not do what you're supposed to do. That's all my questions, Bob. Do you have any more?
Yeah, I do have one, but it's a long one, and we don't have time for it.
Yep.
And when you send those long questions in, it takes a while. And we're just going to have to do it next time.
Okay, you're going to hold on to that one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I did get a comment a little bit earlier. Let me open this here. When you were talking
They
about...
don't like your program?
No. Of course not. Comment came in. They love us. Perry also, when you were talking about the vaccines, Perry also forced the HPV vaccine Gardasil on young teenagers with disastrous results.
Yeah, well, it's part of the Illuminati combine. The majority of stock in all of these drug companies is held by the foundations, and the foundations are used tax-free to fund the things that the Illuminati wants to do. So it's very important that they make their 18 to 20% a year to keep pouring the money in so that they can take people's freedom away from them.
And let's see, how many more minutes do we have? I guess we only have 2 minutes, so I guess we'll go 800-375-4188. Any 1-minute comments, Bob?
No, I think we've covered most everything today. I did include the figures on SLD and GLD in the issue. No change in GLD for about 3 days, but overall, the ETFs, GLD and SLD, continue to be under accumulation by professionals who don't want to take delivery of bullion but want to make a play in that market. They are now number 5 in the world that we know of in holding gold. Of course, all the figures are skewed because nobody tells the truth.
And that is the end. Real quick, what grade would you give Obama? A to F.
Oh, I think an appropriate reading at this time would probably be 30 to 35, but it's about 51.
Yeah.
In October, it'll be down to 40. And after that, it'll sink like a rock. People will know they get screwed again.
800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue. And, of course, your gold and silver coin here at Discount Gold and Silver. Make sure you shop around, folks. Give us a call. We'll be back on Friday. Thank you. Good night, and God bless. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.